Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to drive revenue for your CBD brand using SEO. My name is Westmoreland. I'm the founder of Aperture. We are an SEO agency that helps natural wellness brands drive more revenue with SEO. We work mainly with CBD and cannabis brands, but we also work with functional mushroom brands and other kinds of natural wellness brands, primarily e-commerce, but also business to business. So this is going to be kind of an overview of SEO, so I won't be going super in depth on every single part of SEO because there's just too much to cover. However, I hope to cover everything in reasonable detail to at least give you a starting point for each part of your strategy. I will be going straight through with no edits, and so I will include chapters in the description. So if you are looking for a specific subtopic of SEO, see the description and kind of find what you're looking for. Or you can watch it all the way through, whatever works best for you. So before we get into things, define SEO. SEO is the practice of optimizing and building pages on your website to increase the traffic you get from organic searches. So Google, Bing, etc. For CBD brands, SEO involves creating and optimizing pages that rank for search terms that indicate somebody is an ideal customer for your business. So these terms kind of come in two main categories. Either the term indicates that somebody's looking to buy a product like the one that you carry, or they're looking to learn more about how products like the ones you sell can help them with an issue they have. And so by capturing traffic from these types of keywords and from your ideal customers, you can drive revenue for your business. So SEO mindset. Obviously with SEO, before you drive revenue, 1 cent of revenue, you got to drive traffic first. But that oftentimes leads to people focusing too much on the amount of traffic a certain page is getting and not focusing on the business outcome of that traffic, the amount of revenue that page is bringing in. And so it's important from the outset that you're focused on how each thing you do drives revenue, and that way all of your effort, you're maximizing the ROI, the return on investment of all the effort you're putting in, or all the effort that an agency that you hire, like us, is putting in. You got to be focused on revenue. It's absolutely essential. Second thing is people. You want to focus on people. So with SEO, you're going to be, putting keywords in certain places and optimizing things a certain way, but those kinds of things should only be done after you write a blog post or you build a page that is that provides a good experience for actual human beings, right? So this is kind of stay away from low effort strategies. So like AI content, mass publishing blog posts, these kinds of things, they may drive traffic in the short term, but they aren't good for people. And so long term, Google will demote your pages, your content. You're going to lose any traffic you have, any revenue you were getting from those pages. You may also ruin your company's reputation. It's just not a good idea at all. So you can optimize things for SEO, but just don't overdo it and make sure that the end result is a good experience for the user. So yeah, if you don't use hacks, yes, it's a bit slower to get started, but your progress is more likely to stay and to drive value for your business and for people in the long term. Okay, so let's discuss some key concepts in SEO. There's 4 of them. The first one is search intent. So search intent is the intention someone has when performing a certain query on Google or on Bing. And so understanding the search intent behind a given query allows you to fulfill that intent using your page, your blog post, your product page, and therefore you'll rank and you'll stay ranking for a long time if you get that intent right. And so understanding the intent is the key to ranking for all the keywords you want to rank for. I break search intent down into 5 categories for CBD brands, and these categories are kind of focused. They're tailor-made to make sense with the different SEO strategies that I'm going to be discussing, and that are good for CBD brands in general. So category intent is the intention to explore a product category. So a keyword in this bucket would be CBD gummies. If someone looks that up on Google, they want to explore a page. They want to go to a page that has a variety of different CBD gummies that they can then browse and choose from. Number 2, product intent. That's the intent to by a specific product. So an example of this would be 10 milligram CBD gummies, that keyword, because someone is trying to, they already know what product they want, they already know what kind of CBD gummies they want, they're just looking for somebody who sells it, and they're going to compare their options from there. But the intent, nevertheless, is to look at a single product page. Third type is informational intent, which is the intent to get a question answered or to research something. Usually the pages that rank for these kinds of keywords are going to be blog posts. Um, and so, and then the fourth type is hybrid intent. And these keywords, generally when you look them up, they're going to show a mix of different things. So I can't give you a specific example offhand because it kind of varies as to which keywords are going to be hybrid versus are going to have a more clean categorization. But if you look the keyword up, you'll see like 5 blog posts and then 5 product pages, for example. And so the intent can be either to learn more about a specific topic, or it can be to go ahead and shop products. And then the fifth type is kind of everything else. So an example of like a fringe search intent type is like navigational intent, which is to find a specific page. So if someone looks up Charlotte's Web CBD, they want to find the homepage for Charlotte's Web CBD as in the CBD brand, right? I don't usually, that's kind of one of the main types that you'll see a lot of SEO tools and other kind of experts and just software that they'll kind of include that type of intent. I don't use it that much because it's not really that useful. You'll know usually if a keyword has a navigational intent to it. Otherwise, and you'll want to avoid it if it's someone else's brand because you're not going to rank for it. Otherwise, the keywords will fit into these first 4 types. Second main topic in SEO, or the second key concept in SEO, is that you want to focus on topics versus keywords. So a topic is basically a group of keywords that all mean the same thing. And by looking at keywords from a topical point of view, you avoid creating too many pages to answer a certain topic. And the second thing you avoid is you avoid under or over prioritizing a certain opportunity. So I'll kind of give you an example. So let's take four different queries. If someone looks up CBG versus CBD effects, if they look up what is the difference between CBD and CBG, if they look up does CBG get you higher than CBD, and if they look up CBG versus CBD benefits. Now, those are 4 different keywords, but they all basically have the same intent, which is to learn more about the differences between CBG and CBD. And so therefore, you want to just create one page to answer all those different queries versus making a page for each query. Obviously, apart from being wasteful, that what might happen is that all 4 pages are going to compete for that same group of queries, and therefore you won't have a single page rank out of that group. So that's kind of the wastefulness side. In a keyword research tool, from a prioritization standpoint, by looking at keywords as topics and understanding which keywords are part of a certain topic, you can ascertain the total search volume for the keywords in a topic versus the specific search volume for one keyword, right? Oftentimes it'll be that you'll have the most searched keyword in a topic will have like 200 searches, but if you combine all the different keywords in that topic together, it'll be like 1,000 total searches. And so that's a much better opportunity if you look at it through a topical lens. And if you were to rank for that head keyword, you would capture traffic from those other kind of spin-offs of that main keyword. So very important. This will kind of make more sense as you start kind of doing keyword research and you kind of see the differences, similarities between different keywords. You'll kind of figure out which ones are basically the same thing and which ones are different. Let's see. All right, third key concept in SEO is topical authority. So topical authority is the authority that a website earns according to Google or different search engines. Most search engines have a version of this metric. I focus on Google because most people use Google. It's authority that you earn by producing a lot of high quality content on a given topic. The more high quality content that you have on a topic, the more of an authority your website is perceived to be. This is important because by building topical authority using blog posts for, say, CBD or CBG, your product pages and your category pages for CBD and CBG products will rank higher. And so you can leverage topical authority to make more sales and to rank your transactional, your valuable pages that will drive conversions. And so I'll cover that more in the blogging section, but this is an important concept to understand. Fourth topic is not, or fourth concept is not really as much of a concept as it is kind of a heuristic. Basically, there are a lot of different things you can do in SEO, and not all of them matter, or matter as much as other things. So I categorize SEO work into 4 categories: highest impact, high impact, medium impact, and low or no impact. So highest impact, which is the most impactful, that will drive the most revenue the quickest, is updating the pages and content that you already have on your website. So improving, expanding these pages, adding better media to these pages, improving the copy on the pages, optimizing them for SEO. Another high impact SEO tactic is to improve the internal linking between pages that you already have on your website. That helps to pass the authority to specific pages. Testing your title tags. So if you have a page that's ranking number 10, test out a new title tag on it and see if that new title is better aligned with search intent and therefore drives more clicks. Basically, highest impact means the most return for the least work. High impact is the next most important type of SEO work. It involves more work, but it also gives high returns. So building new high quality pages and creating new content is high impact. Building assets, usually blog posts that drive backlinks, is a high impact, as is fixing major technical issues. Most websites don't have huge technical issues. A few do. If you fix them, you'll see a big return. Medium impact, so these things will have some return, but not like game-changing returns, not like, extra 1,000 sales a month returns. Fixing small technical issues. So if you have a few 404 like broken links, fixing those is a medium impact task. And then in the last category, which you want to avoid at all costs, low to no impact, publishing thin content. Okay? Don't just say, oh, well, it's content and I'm publishing it, so it must be good, right? No, if it's thin content, it's basically useless. It'll never rank. It'll never help your business. Just don't do it. Spend your energy elsewhere. All right, I keep on scrolling back, but I should be scrolling forward. With that said, let's go ahead and get more specific. So the three main things, the 3 SEO activities for CBD brands are as follows. Number 1, optimize category pages and build new category pages. Number 2, optimize product pages and build new ones. Number 3, create high quality blog content. So the description for each thing is here on screen. I'll cover kind of the purpose and the how behind each one as I go. Basically, the first 2 are aimed at ranking for keywords that have buying intent or the intent to buy a product like the one you sell. So the first 2 activities are going to drive the most revenue. Blog content does a few things, but mainly it builds topical authority to make the first 2 pages rank better and rank faster. All right, so pillar 1, category pages. These are your pages that display products with a shared attribute. So most brands have them categorized by cannabinoids like CBD, CBG, Delta-9, and so on. They have them categorized by product type, so gummies, topical products, oil. There's many different ways that products can be categorized. The reason why it's important to rank these pages is because most people search for the product categories versus the specific products. Now, there are still a lot of people searching for specific products, but the majority of the search volume is for the category. So therefore, if you can rank a page for the term like CBD gummies or Delta-8 gummies, you're going to get quite a few sales. Obviously, CBD gummies is a lot more competitive, but that's another thing for another day. An example of a category page here is just CBDMD's CBD products category. So I'll take a look at it right now. Go ahead and make it a little bit here. I'm going to do it, hide that. So CBDMD's page basically is just a page for all our different CBD products. And it kind of leads to, actually, a better example might be their CBD gummies category. So this page is for all their gummies, and all these products on this page are CBD gummies. So that's a category page. So the reason why it's important to rank, yeah, we already discussed that. So yeah. First step for optimizing your category pages is to choose keywords. So these keywords must fulfill 3 criteria. Number 1, they must have category search intent. So as we discussed earlier, people must be looking for a product category, not a single product or information. And so you can verify that by just searching the keyword and seeing if most of the results are categories or something else. Number 2, these keywords must have low competition. That's not really a must. It's a should or an ideally. They would have low competition so they're easy to rank for. Number 3 is they should have significant search volume. That way, whenever you actually do rank, you'll get quite a few sales. So the basic process I recommend for choosing keywords is search for your category in different ways. So some categories are more straightforward than others. For like CBD oil, you have 2 different ways. You'll either have CBD oil, you'll have CBD tincture. So that's 2 different ways. So search for your category different ways just to kind of get keyword ideas, see what's out there. Number 2, filter the keywords in your tool by lowest difficulty. So see the easiest opportunities for each topic. In a spreadsheet, note down keywords that fit criteria 1 and 2. So category intent and low competition. Number 4, double check the intent. So, or actually, the keywords you want to note down are the ones that, yeah. Okay, so number 4, check the intent. So look them up in Google. Make sure that they actually are keywords that have the intent to explore a product category. And then number 5, choose a keyword that offers the best balance of volume and competition. So, if you have a keyword that's 1,000 search volume, and it's low competition, it's better than if it has like 800 search volume and is slightly more competitive, or if it's 2,000 search volume, but it has insane competition. So just kind of strike the balance that you can. It won't always be a perfect thing. Usually there won't be more than 4 to 10 likely candidates for a given category. So here's an example. I looked up CBD gummies in SEMrush, which is the tool I use. As you can see, this has over 1 million searches a month. Obviously, a lot of these are kind of BS keywords like Blue Vibe. This is probably like a Shark Tank or maybe some kind of a gummy scam. But point being, this is a very, very high volume and very competitive. CBD gummies gets 100 difficulty score. So you probably don't want to target this keyword in the beginning. Instead, an example is you could target, if you sell broad spectrum isolate gummies, you could target THC-free CBD gummies. This gets just below 1,000 searches a month, but it's a lot lower difficulty. As you can see, the head keyword, which is THC-free CBD gummies, is only a 39 on the difficulty score. Now, obviously, these scores are not 100% accurate, and you should still check the keyword manually. Sometimes you'll have like an odd article from a very authoritative site like Healthline ranking, and it'll skew that metric, but still, it's a decent proxy by which you can determine how easy it would be to rank. So, in this case, if I were to sell broad spectrum isolates, I would go for this keyword versus this one, because that's just not going to be an easy opportunity to win. So with the keyword in mind, here's how you optimize it. So number 1, include your keyword in your title, short description, meta, and title tag. So the title is the title is actually on the page. The title tag is what shows up in the search results. So I'll show you right here. If I look up like CBD gummies, this right here is a title tag, whereas this is a title. So that's the distinction. Let's get back into slideshow mode here. So you want to have your keyword in all those different places. The short description basically is 2 to 3 sentences just below the title on the page, at the very top of the page, that describe the benefits of the product category and include your keyword naturally. These 4 elements from step 1 basically let your users know and your Google know what your category page is about. Number 2 is write a long description. So this can be 500 words going. Let me just look real fast. Okay, yeah, kind of going deep on your category and answering questions people have about it. Basically, this helps with the comprehensiveness of your page. Um, Google wants to rank pages that are very comprehensive, and so therefore, it behooves you to include a long description on your page. Number 3, add FAQs, so frequently asked questions. These can either be part of step 2 or they can be separate. I recommend using the people also ask trick. So basically what you do is you look up your category name on Google and then go to the people also ask box right here. And these 4 questions are things that people ask after looking for CBD gummies on Google. So including them in your page does a few things. Number 1, it prevents people from leaving your page to go search these things, given that they are things that are searched after this keyword is searched. Number 2, it basically just improves the comprehensiveness of your page, which is beneficial for ranking purposes. I'm going to get some water. Cut this out. Okay, so onward, once you have these elements done, and I'll kind of point these things out on a page in a second, so I know it's a little bit confusing as I'm explaining it, but I'll give you an example in a second. Step 4 is to build internal links. So you want to make sure that all your category pages are linked to in your website header at the top and also in the footer. You also want to add links to your category page from the blog posts that correlate with it. So if you have 10 blog posts about CBG products and you sell CBG products, make sure all those blog posts link back to your CBG category. That helps pass some of that topical authority, onto the category, and it reduces time to rank as well as it improves your actual ranking. Number 5, kind of a bonus, build sorting functionality, but basically just make sure that people can search or can sort the products on the page by lowest price, highest price, reviews, and anything else that's relevant to your products. Now for an example of a product or a category page, we'll look at CBD MD. So right here, or I can use this extension. So that's a title tag right there. They have the word CBD gummies right there. This is their meta description. And they have CBD gummies right there. This is their title, page title. They do not have a short description, which would normally be right under the page title. All their different products. They don't have a sorting feature. And then down here, they have a long description and FAQs. So they're answering different questions about CBD gummies. And they're answering more questions down here, right here. And also they have reviews on the category itself. And then FAQs right here. So this page is pretty well optimized, but the main thing is I'm just kind of showing you where the different elements of a category page are going to live. So yeah, that's category pages. Next, let's look at product pages. So product pages are the pages for your individual products. Most people search for the category first, but some people know what they need and they're going to look for it. And so optimizing your products for these specific search terms allows you to get extra sales. Also, because these are more specific terms and people already know what they need, if you can match your product to a keyword, you'll usually see a pretty good conversion rate on that product because people already know what they need, they're ready to buy. So you can show up and get those sales. An example here is from Lazarus Naturals. which is their CBD and CBN gummies. So nice little product page right here, and yeah, I can buy directly on the page. So when you're choosing keywords for product pages, these keywords must fulfill three criteria, just as with the category pages. Number one, product intent. Number two, low competition, ideally. Number three, have significant search volume. Again, ideally, these are the first one is mandatory. Second two are kind of an ideal world situation. So to research keywords, number one, search for your product in different ways in your tool. Number two, filter by which keywords are the easiest to rank for. Number three, note down keywords that fit these two criteria up here. Number four, check the search intent behind those keywords to make sure that they really are related to your product and not to something else. And then number five, choose the keyword that has the best balance of volume, opportunity, and competition. Usually there won't be more than 4 to 5 keywords that actually are a good fit for your product. You don't want to target keywords that are just not very or not closely related to your product, because it'll be a lot harder to rank, because your product will not fulfill the intent behind the search. So make sure that you're focusing on keywords that really are looking for a product that's very similar to yours. Here's an example. So say I sell CBD roll-on. I sell like the CBD roll-on topicals. I look this up on SEMrush. This keyword gets 15,000 searches a month. Now, the average difficulty is already pretty low. On the keyword, the CBD roll-on, the head keyword is 35. Overall, it's 19. So not too difficult a keyword to rank for. But if I were to get more specific, I can get an even easier opportunity. So CBD freeze roll-on still gets over 1,000 searches a month, but that head keyword is less competitive, and different variations of it are a lot less competitive as well. Now you'll notice that the average difficulty is actually higher, but that's because this search included a lot of kind of BS queries, whereas this one did not. So this is just another example of how you can find easier opportunities if you can get specific with your keyword searches, and if you can kind of think about different ways that someone might search for your product. Now, obviously, CBD freeze roll-on would apply only to products that actually have that cooling sensation. So if you sell a roll-on with like menthol in it, then this is a good keyword for you to target. Otherwise, probably go for, look around for a different option, because if your roll-on isn't cooling, you're not going to rank for that keyword because your product is not fit. Also, kind of a cautionary tale, make sure that you don't target a keyword that is a branded keyword. So apparently CBD cooling roll-on is a product that belongs to a brand, or that was made by a certain brand. So if I look up this keyword, I see, oh, well, 200 searches a month and only 12 difficulty. This is an easy way to get a dozen sales a month if I rank for it, right? Wrong, actually, because a lot of these searches are for Medterra products or for social CBD products, for just CBD products. So just be careful that ensure that a keyword is not related to a brand and is just a general keyword. Otherwise, you won't have an easy time ranking for it or getting sales from it. So with the keyword in mind, steps to optimize a product page. As with category pages, you want to have that keyword in the page title, description, title tag, and the meta description. So you want to have the keyword in your product title and title tag on the page, or product title on the page, title tag in the SERP. Write a meta description with your keyword in it. Include that keyword 2 to 3 times in the product description on the page naturally. Number 2, this one's very important. Install high quality media. So people are very, very unlikely to buy from you if you don't have good images of your product, because if they're ordering online, they want to know what they're going to get at their doorstep, right? They want to know what to expect when they open that box. So you must have good quality images on your product pages, especially in the CBD space where trust is kind of thin. Most people they're kind of skeptical of what it's going to be. So you got to have the images on the page. Number 3, add reviews. People are kind of bandwagon fans. They buy if they can be sure that other people are also buying a product and are getting good results with it. So you want to make sure that your product page has reviews on it so that they know that the product that they're about to buy really is legit. Again, especially in the CBD space, is critical because there's a lot of crap products out there and snake oil. So reviews are important. Number 4, FAQs, frequently asked questions. As discussed with the category pages, look up your target keyword and answer the questions that show up in the People Also Ask box. I call it the PAA trick, and that will increase conversion rate because people won't bounce from your page. It'll also increase the relevance of your page. Here's an example of a product page from 3Chi. So using this extension I have up here, which is called Detailed, we can see their title tag and their meta description. So title right here, and description. And the keyword for this page is 25 milligram Delta 8 gummies. They have that kind of right here, and also right here. It's not an exact match, but it's pretty close. And then right here, they have Delta 8 gummies as the product title, and then they have a good description right here. Down here, they go more in depth on the product, and they also answer FAQs, kind of down here. Yeah, here you go. So are they legal? How is Delta 8 made? How long does it take for these gummies to work? How long does the high last? Are they strong? Etc. 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 So this is kind of a product page that's pretty good. It's SEO optimized, and it's good for users because they can kind of get all their questions answered. And there's also a lot of reviews here. So they have reviews. And obviously, 3Chi is a really well-known brand. Of course, they're going to have 3,000 reviews on a product. You may not have that many, but even some reviews is better than no reviews. All right. Moving on. Third pillar, blog posts. So blog posts are basically informational articles that cover topics or answer questions. They're important for a few different reasons. Number 1, blog posts can help you build topical authority, which is probably the most important thing. So that you can build authority for the topics that map to your products. So therefore, you'll be able to rank for product-related keywords. Blog posts can also drive sales and email signups. Obviously, they won't convert as well as a product page because the search intent behind the people who are going to be looking for blog posts is to learn, not to buy, but still, it's important. Also, blog posts can acquire backlinks, which help with website authority as well. So here's an example blog post from Good Hemp about how to take CBD oil. So this blog post kind of discusses different ways you can take CBD oil. So tincture, capsule, smoothie, coffee, etc. It's informational, right? But this blog post, you'll notice it has links to different things. They have links to other blog posts. So what is CBD? They have links to down here. They have a link to products. So their CBD oils. Oop, that link's actually broken, so they're going to need to fix that. But yeah, it's a nice little informational blog post that answers a question and kind of gives some information to the user. So the keywords that you choose for a blog post must fit 3 criteria. Number 1, informational intent. Number 2, low competition. Number 3, high search volume. Unlike with products, you generally have more latitude when you're looking for informational keywords because there's more of them, and there's more ways that someone could look for information than with products where there might be only 1 or 2 different ways that someone's going to search for a product that you sell. So now, usually whenever we're selecting topics for a brand, there are tons of factors that apply, like their product, like what do they sell, how much authority do they have, all these other things. But 2 kind of general things to keep in mind when looking for blog posts are, number 1, focus on your core topics. So if you sell CBD and CBG, you want to focus all your blogging on CBD and CBG. That'll allow you to build topical authority. but also it'll make sure that all the traffic that goes to your blog posts is traffic that will buy your products. So if someone's reading about Delta 8 in your site, you don't sell Delta 8, then that's kind of a wasted visit. Also, you want to make sure that you're covering the funnel for every single topic. So you want to cover each topic comprehensively if you can. So if you sell CBG products, you could say, at the top of the funnel, you could say, what is CBG? In the middle of the funnel, you'd say, CBG for pain, CBG for anxiety, the pain points people have. And the bottom of the funnel, people are going to be comparing solutions for different problems. So you could write an article about, CBG versus, prescription medication or best CBG products, that kind of thing. Cover kind of the buyer journey, which is really kind of a product discovery journey with your content for each main product type that you sell. I won't give you like a checklist for writing good quality content because there's so many things to account for and it varies for each blog post. But generally, good content has three different parts. So number one, it's comprehensive from an SEO standpoint. To figure out what comprehensive should look like, look up the keyword you're trying to rank for and go through what's ranking. You can kind of see the topics that are discussed the most. These are the topics that are most important for you to cover in your article because they're essential to covering the topic all the way through. So next thing is that good content is additive. So you want to add new insights and new information in your content. You don't want to just parrot what everyone else is saying and just copy what everyone else is saying because A, it doesn't help people. Number two, or B, Google can figure out if you're just copying everybody else or if you're actually adding to the conversation. So you want to do that. Number three, high quality. So some people will skim for a quick answer, but others will read, and you want to make sure that the writing and the content is high quality writing. It's easy to read, and that you also include relevant graphics to enhance people's comprehension of the topic you're covering. High quality content will do a few things. Number one, it will obviously it's good for your reputation as a brand, but also it'll help people read your blog post for longer, and so that's correlated with higher rankings and more conversions because they'll be on your site for longer, and also Google looks at user experience and how long people spend on a certain page, and if people spend a longer time on a certain page, they'll rank that page higher because they will intuit that page is a better user experience. So it helps with ranking and conversion and reputation. It's just overall, published quality, it's important. Here's a good example of a blog. So Tripp's article about how to take CBD oil for sleep. Currently, this article ranks for the keyword, number one for the keyword, when to take CBD oil for sleep. And so it gets quite a bit of traffic, and here's why. So it has a nice little image of somebody using a Tripp product. So they have the branded imagery in there, and they cover different topics. So, why do you struggle to sleep? What can help you? How do you take CBD oil for sleep? And so this article isn't too long, but it covers this topic nicely and completely. So it's a good article. And whatever you do, don't publish tons of bad content, okay? Because what it will do is it'll get you a bunch of traffic in the short term, but in the long term, your traffic will tank, and so will any business value, email signups, conversions that you're getting from that content. Here are two examples. So both of these domains are in the CBD space, and both brands published 200 plus articles, and the articles, they weren't bad articles, but they were incomplete and not the highest quality articles they could be. And look at the result, right? You get a bunch of traffic, build up, and then it all falls down. It builds up again, it all falls down, right? Both these brands lost basically 2/3 to 3/4 of their traffic because they published too much bad content too fast. So don't do this, all right? Write fewer articles if it means that those articles are going to be higher quality. If you're going to invest in content, do it right. All right, that's it. I've covered CBD for SEO brands. I've been talking for 40 minutes. SEO for CBD brands. That's what I covered. Um, I discussed the different areas, so feel free to go back to the different chapters in the description to kind of get the specific thing that you need. Um, but yeah, this guide should help you get started and making more revenue from organic search. See the description and the comments for more resources. So I've written blog posts on this. And if you want to book a call, that kind of thing, that link's down there too. So yeah, that's all I have. Good luck, and I hope you have a great